Welcome to A World of Shit, Episode 8. Identifying shit is useful. Scoring it can be clarifying. Assigning responsibility matters. But none of that accomplishes much unless it leads to action. Sooner or later, every serious diagnosis reaches the same practical question. What do we do with this shit? The answer depends on what kind of shit it is, where it came from, who's affected, and whether anything useful can still be recovered from it. Some shit needs to be flushed. Certain beliefs, habits, practices, rules, and arrangements have outlived whatever usefulness they may have once had. They do not need to be endlessly debated, preserved out of nostalgia, or given ceremonial retirement. Once we have enough reason to conclude that something is false, harmful, unnecessary, or fundamentally misaligned with love, sometimes the responsible thing is simply to stop carrying it forward. Some shit needs to be cleaned up. Damage has already occurred, and removing the cause does not automatically repair the consequences. A lie may need correction. A neglected relationship may need attention. An institution may need reform. Money may need to be repaid. Harm may need acknowledgement. Trust may need rebuilding. Cleanup is the work required after we finally stop pretending there is no mess. Some shit needs to be stopped at the source. If a system continually produces the same harm, repeatedly cleaning up the aftermath is not enough. We have to examine the incentives, beliefs, policies, habits, power structures, and hidden answers that keep generating it. Otherwise, we become very efficient janitors for a machine that should be repaired. Some shit needs to be given back. People often carry guilt, shame, obligations, expectations, conflicts, and responsibilities that were placed on them by others. Families do this. Institutions do this. Cultures do it. Abusers and manipulators do it. Giving the shit back does not necessarily mean retaliation. It means refusing to continue carrying what properly belongs elsewhere and allowing responsibility to return to the people or systems that created it. Some shit needs repair. Love at the helm does not stop at identifying wrongdoing or assigning blame. Where relationships can responsibly be restored, repair asks what would make things more whole. That may involve apology, restitution, changed behavior, new boundaries, institutional reform, accountability, or sustained evidence that the conditions producing the harm have actually changed. Repair is not the same as returning everything to the way it was. Sometimes the old arrangement was the problem. Some shit needs to be forgiven. Forgiveness does not mean calling harm acceptable, canceling accountability, forgetting what happened, restoring unsafe relationships, or pretending consequences do not matter. Forgiveness is the refusal to let an old injury, grievance, identity, or system continue governing the future simply because it governed the past. We may forgive people, ourselves, institutions, traditions, or entire ways of thinking, while still insisting that the harm be named and the pattern stop. In that sense, forgiveness is one of the ways we release obsolete shit instead of preserving it indefinitely. And some shit can be composted. Failure can become wisdom. Pain can deepen compassion. A bad system can teach us what a better one requires. A shattered belief can make room for greater honesty. An inherited tradition may contain something worth preserving after the harmful parts are removed. Composting does not romanticize suffering or claim that everything happens for a good reason. It simply recognizes that what has already happened may still become material for growth. These responses are not interchangeable. We should not forgive what still needs to be stopped, repair what should be abandoned, return what is actually ours, or flush something before learning what it has to teach us. Discernment matters because bad waste management can create a second layer of shit on top of the first. Practical work, then, is to ask what needs to stop, what needs to leave, what needs to be repaired, what belongs to someone else, what needs forgiveness, what can be learned, what can become fertilizer. That's how diagnosis becomes transformation. The point is not to live in a world without shit. The point is to stop drowning in it, spreading it, worshiping it, preserving it, and handing it to the next generation as though it were treasure.